Hello everybody and welcome back to Wexcombe Manor Farm. Today we are going to be, first of all, planting field number 3. We are in fact going to use a worker for this job because it isn't really going to take too long to do, but it is still going to be a fairly repetitive task. So if we can get on with something else in the meantime, that would be perfect, while this cracks on in the background. But yes, the thing is, where do we fill up the seed? I don't know if there is actually a stationary fill point on here. I don't think there is. So we're going to have to go and buy a pallet or two. Yeah. I'm convinced there is not a fill point here. So off we go, down to the store to fill it up. Now some people have said that they want me to change this map, and most people have said that you don't want me to change the map, so we're not going to. Not yet anyway. I think about 30 episodes is going to be the perfect number. It's a bit too early to finish just yet, so we're going to keep going. It's a very good map. The only reason why I even suggested ending it early is because of the size of the map. It isn't very big, so there is only a certain amount of stuff you can actually do here without it feeling a bit repetitive. But no, 30 is going to be the minimum, definitely. Here we are. Let's buy our pallet of seed. We have to go into here. I reckon it's going to be 2 or 3. Okay, so this is number 1. 1,000. Right, okay, so we're going to need 3 and a bit. That should do. So, yes, over to field number 3. The crop type is going to be oilseed rape. So I'll set it now. There we go. I think, yes, canola or oilseed rape, whatever you want to call it, is going to be the best thing to do. Before it was corn. So if we can get maximum productivity out of this crop, then that would just be so good for the farm, very beneficial. Now in the past I have obviously changed maps, and you sort of feel like the progress is being lost. In FS15 at one point, for about 3 months or so, I actually transferred the money from one farm to another when we finished and started a new map. And I think that is actually a good idea. It seems to work very well, and our progress isn't lost. So I'm going to do it again. When we do finish this map, the money is going to be transferred over to whatever the next one is going to be. That way as well, it won't always feel like we're starting from the beginning every time. It's a shame we don't have a Kuhn seeder today. Because, as you know, I'm trying to use a bit of everything out of that pack, the brand new DLC. But as we already have this seeder, it wouldn't really be worth changing it or leasing another one. It would seem a bit ridiculous. Let's unfold it. Now, I wouldn't usually do a headland first with the seeder, but we're going to have to, because if we don't, the worker gets very confused and, well, it just totally messes up. It doesn't really work anymore. So I've got to go around the headland 3 times for this to work effectively. Turn the beacons off. And then finally, you'll be pleased to hear, field number 3 will be finished, because that is everything except for the weeding, which we'll have to do, and fertilising. That will be everything. We have spent too many episodes on this field, or in this field, so yeah, this is the last one for the time being. What job do you want me to do next? It is a funny situation to be in, because we've done some forestry, we've done some harvesting, we've done some mowing, and some silage harvesting, so that, oh, and potato harvesting, that doesn't really leave a great deal. What shall we do next? I suppose we could just wait for this field to be ready, and then harvest it again, but then it does mean working in the same field for another episode. It's a good field, but really, how many episodes can you go in one field for? It is going to become boring. So, yes, 3 laps and then onto a worker. Yesterday, as you'll know, there was not a farming simulator video. Apologies to everybody who wanted one. It would have initially been Colborough Park Farm, but I had to do another My Summer Car because that is obviously a really good game. And then it turned out I didn't have enough time to do another video, so yeah, it meant having a day without Farming Simulator, which I know is similar to the end of the world, because Farming Simulator is a good game, and when I don't do it, there is a lot of unhappy people. But I'm hoping we are going to be able to get past this moment, and you know, we've got Farming Simulator today. We have got another episode today. The world can continue. So yes, sorry about it, but it does happen from time to time. Now for the rest of this episode, after we've done a time-lapse, I've actually got something slightly different for my videos. It's not new at all, it's all in the base game, but I don't do this particular thing very often, so I think it would be quite nice to actually put it into this map. You'll see what it is in a second, but yes, once we have done a time-lapse of the seeding, I will reveal all. It's not that impressive, don't get too excited about it. It's just, yes, I don't think I've ever done it in a single player FS17 video. So yeah, it should be good for the farm. So there we have it, the time-lapse is completed, hopefully you enjoyed it. Yes, what we need to do now is move on to the next job, which is going to be greenhouses. Now, I've not done these before in single player, like I say, but I think I've had them in multiplayer. FS17 I'm talking about, by the way, not 15. I have done greenhouses many times before in 15. But yes, what we need to do is go into the placeable section here, and we need to go across to our greenhouses. They are £25,000 each. Clearly, they are expensive. But yeah, obviously, if we just start off with one, that's okay. I think tomatoes is the best thing to go for. So let's head back over to the farm and go from there. Here we are. Right, let's jump into the Hilux. We should be able to find it a bit easier with this. Take that off. We're looking for a good field which can cater to greenhouses. Obviously it can't be too far away from the water or manure source because it needs both of those to thrive. In fact, there is some manure on the floor. That would be good for them. Maybe close to the cow field. It doesn't want to be in the cow field because obviously they're going to eat the tomatoes. They're going to break in and eat them. But if they're nearby, I think down here there is actually the sheep field as well. I don't know if sheep have got a reputation of breaking into greenhouses and eating tomatoes, but you never know. They could be destructive. Is it a... Yes, it is. This is the sheep field down here. So, yeah. The best place to put it is going to be hard to see. Over at the house, there could be a field at the house, but nope. Doesn't look like there is. We'll probably take a look in a second. Yeah, the sheep field seems a bit quieter, especially as there's no sheep. That is possibly the reason why it's quieter. But no, I honestly do think that putting the greenhouse in here is going to be the best thing to do. If we had a nice little 1 acre field next to the house, then that would be perfect. But we don't. So yeah, this is going to be the second best place. The other alternative place is field 14, but that is a big field. But I suppose, yeah, it could be taken up a little bit with a greenhouse. At the end of the day, it is just a greenhouse. Here's the back garden. It is small. There is a possibility of one fitting just here. We can try. That's all I can do. I'm just going to have to attempt it, but I really don't think it's going to fit. Let's just see. Hang on. We need to be over here. Yeah, it's a small place. I still don't know how to rotate items, actually. How do you rotate an object? I always thought it was A and D, but it doesn't do anything. So I'm not too sure. But no, it's a bad idea, because we've got to get a loader in here for the manure. So, yeah, bad place. So, yeah, just having a bit of a nap in the Hilux, and I have decided... Hang on, no, we are driving. Look how we're driving, that is ridiculous. Staring up into space. Anyway, yes, this is going to be the best place for it. Let's just buy a greenhouse and get it set up. So where should we put it? I'm thinking somewhere over here. Hang on, we can spy on our worker. Oh, they're taking a break. Terrible. I hope we're not being charged for this. Maybe about here. About here. Obviously we have to be able to get around it. So with that done, what I'm going to do is go and get the Manny tool, the front loader tractor, and give the greenhouse the fertiliser and the water, which it requires. In fact, it's a good opportunity to clear up this manure just here. That can be used as the fertiliser. So, we'll park up, we'll stick the bucket onto the Manny. Yeah, the Fendt is still in the woods. Good place for it. I'll just park this here. Although, hang on, no, wait. Where did I leave? The Manny is in the field. No, we're going to have to go and get it. Right. The Hilux can stay in the field because we're going to need it again. Let's just race down there. There is indeed a GTA 5 logo in here. The amount of comments I've had about that. I think it is the Modders logo. Obviously they've taken the GTA 5 one, but that is why it's there. So, I think the worker has actually stopped. I think it must have got to the end of its run and for some reason decided to give up. So we're going to have to set it going again, and then hopefully it will finish the job this time. Good suspension. You need good suspension here. One nice feature would be able to actually fill the potholes in. Right, so here is the Manny 2. We'll park the Toyota just here. And, yep, the worker has definitely stopped. You might have noticed I have actually returned the muck grab, because we're not moving any manure for a while between farms or between fields, so it would be a waste of money to keep it. I've also returned the dump trailer and the cultivator, so we shouldn't have any unnecessary outgoings. Although we're not doing too badly financially anymore, we still need to be careful. Yeah, so what's happened here is it stops at the top, and because it sort of is inwards, the field's going in, it's getting confused, thinking it's finished but it hasn't, which makes a bit of a mess. Anyway, over to the farm, and let's go and do our muck moving thing. Oh, and also we probably should get the water bowser. I don't know if the Manny 2 can tow it, hopefully it can do. But either way, the water fill point is in the gateway to the farm, so not exactly far to go. The suspension isn't quite as good here. The Manny 2 is lacking the suspension. Ah, it's finished again. That worker is terrible. Not to worry, I'll just do it myself. It's going to be so much easier. Sometimes they can work really well, other times they're just abysmal. Still, I think if I do it myself, not only is it going to be cheaper, but the job is going to be marginally better done. There's our bucket. Now for the water bowser. Where is the water bowser? I'm guessing it's in the shed just in front of us. Yep. Now, is it going to attach? I doubt it, but I'm usually wrong, so let's see. Yep, I was wrong. I suppose on this occasion it is good to be wrong because it means it's fitted. Is 44% going to be enough? I'm hoping so. This is the spillage from when we were loading up the dump trailer. There we go. And a little bit of spillage here. Or more like overflow. And the biggest spill is just here. This is a mess. It's surprising how much I do accidentally spill when loading a trailer. But it's good that you can do. What I used to do is just disappear. You could still spill it, technically, but you wouldn't be able to clear it up again. It would be lost forever. So that is pretty much full, 97% full. That would do. Off we go. So, the idea here is to get an incredibly productive greenhouse. I know it is just one, and one isn't going to get us very far, but as I've said in the past, every single thing which is producing money is extra. So when it comes to midnight and we are paid however much it is, eventually our income is going to be higher than our outgoings. Currently, the income is considerably less, which is bad. So yes, if we can just improve it slightly, then that would be great. In fact, this has turned out to be quite a good place to be. Making good use of this corner. Now, I have in the past messed up here. I have tipped all of the manure out, but it actually misses, and we have to go and get another load. So I must be careful. Good. That seems to be working very effectively. Okay, so that's everything it wants, which leaves us with 33% of the bucket, and I think to do the water it might be easier just to reverse in instead of messing about trying to turn around in there. It isn't a very big water bowser, but it is just to make life easy. Let's just reverse it in. Having said that though, this isn't a very big water tanker, so you probably could do that. However, there is a larger one. It isn't a standard piece of equipment, it is actually a mod, but I'm going to use it for Fendt Farmer, I think, because yeah, we have got a lot of animals and stuff quite a long way from each other, so having a bigger water tanker could be very beneficial to us. And that is the water done, and as you can see, we now have a productive greenhouse. Let's walk in. Good smells of tomatoes. You do get that smell though, because I grow tomatoes as well in real life, obviously just in a greenhouse like this, but much smaller. Yeah, nothing as fancy as this. This is a very nice greenhouse. But no, whenever you walk in the summer and you've got tomatoes growing in there, you get that smell. It's such a summery smell. Personally, I love tomatoes. They're really nice, but you know, if you don't like them, then you probably don't like what I'm saying here. But if you do like tomatoes, yeah, it's a good smell. Here's our potting table. Don't criticise the farmer with your mouth full. It's true. That is the greenhouse completed. It even has an automatic door. Very impressive, very fancy, and I can see why that has cost us £25,000 to build. The concrete base alone, just look at the size of it, it's like 1.5 feet tall. Very impressive. Right, back to the yard. Off screen I'm going to finish the field. Oh, there is a... almost crashed into that telegraph pole. What? No, not telegraph pole. Pylon. Massive pylon in the field. That would have been shocking. So here we are back at the yard. I must remember to shut this gate. Bad habit. I usually forget. The water tanker can go back where it came from. And the Manitou can just go back in the shed somewhere. It doesn't really matter where. But that has turned out to be quite a short episode, but at the same time, quite a productive episode, because we've now got a productive greenhouse. We also have, well, we sort of have a field which is growing. Some of it is anyway. If my workforce wasn't so abysmal, we would have done better. Anyway, we'll drop that off there. I'll put this in the shed over here. And that is going to be it for today. I'm going to go and finish off in field number 3. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And like I say, if you've got any suggestions for the next video, then please do let me know. The next episode is just tomorrow, so if you're quick at commenting, you should be able to have your comment read. I usually record about 5 PM-ish, so yeah, that's 2 hours after the video is published. I can read some comments first of all. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.